Hey guys, I'm Brad. I thought I would make a video kind of piggybacking off of Daniel's video and just doing a little tour of my studio down here in my basement. This is where I practice. I do a lot of recording down here. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to share what I work with. Might inspire some of you guys. Full disclaimer, I do have the flu right now. So if I sound sick, that's why. I've never really made a video like this, so I'm going to do my best. I'm not really going to chop this up and edit it. It's just going to be kind of a continuous stream, but I thought I'd kind of cover like what's on my desktop. I'll show you my guitars. I'll show you my pedal board. It's what I gig with. I've been pretty happy with it, and also show you my amps. Well, really one amp that I play. So just to start, I am using, so on my desktop I have, this is just a MacBook Pro here. I'm recording this with the OBS software, which I'm a huge fan of. I'm using my iPhone as a camera, actually. I've got this desk I got from Wayfair. Wasn't really that expensive, actually. It's got a ton of space. I really like it. It's got a little kind of drawer here. I use this for my MIDI keyboard. It's an Arturia KeyStep. I've got my little kitchen timer here. This is what I use for practice. I'm not a big metronome guy, but I highly recommend these little Franz metronomes. They're pretty cool, and they're very musical. They're very percussive. Guys like Charlie Hunter and Tomo Fujita use these on a lot of their Instagram posts. As far as studio monitors, this is a set of powered PreSonus Eris speakers. I've had these for about 5 or 6 years, and they are fantastic. They're, I think, a little less than $200, and I think is like an entry level, or even, entry intermediate level speakers. I think they're awesome. I haven't really felt the need to replace them. I also have the subwoofer down here as well. This thing really thumps. I've got this is an Electron Digitact, which is a cool little Groovebox sampler that I use for like lo-fi stuff and making beats. It's a lot of fun. And for my interface, I use this is a Focusrite Scarlett 4i4. I've had this for a couple years, and it's really, really good. So I'm going to put the camera back on my desk. As far as picks, I'm a big fan of Blue Chip picks. I think Daniel uses these too. If you can see it, it's kind of hard with the lighting down here in my studio, but this is the Blue Chip Jazz Large. It's like the size of like a Jazz 3XL. I use the 1mm thickness, but I've actually lately been going back to just the tried and true Tortex picks. I play a lot of funk, so having I like a pick that's not too flimsy, not too firm, and I do feel like the green Tortex picks are kind of a really nice kind of meet in the middle. And again, I use the Jazz 3XL size. That's just what works for me. So on to the guitars. I'll start with my number one, which is, and I shared a picture of this, but this is my Hughes guitar CEM3. Sorry, I'm going to struggle getting this in the picture here. These are made in Asheville, North Carolina, which is where I live, by a little father-son operation. They build about a guitar or two a month. It's a kind of a 335 style, but it's actually a little bit smaller than a 335, so it's like a 339 size. This has a solid maple top, a solid piece of mahogany, which is this is a beautiful piece that they picked. The neck is 5 pieces, so it's mahogany, maple, and I think Wingay is just this little line down the middle. It's got Spertzl locking tuners and Tone Pros hardware. The pickups are Lindy Fralin pure PAFs. I do have coil taps on here. I'm not a huge fan of how humbuckers sound, but honestly, I use it in like a live setting, and the audience doesn't know the difference. I did have them kind of artificially age the nickel hardware, and then I have this really cool satin black nitro finish. I love this thing. I mean, it's the nicest instrument I think I've ever played. Stainless steel frets as well, ebony fingerboard. They picked a really pretty piece of ebony for this, and it might be hard to tell from the video, but these The pickup rings are actually machined in-house from ebony. Just a lot of care and a lot of detail, craftsmanship in this instrument. So this is kind of an heirloom instrument. I'll take this to my grave. And then just because it's on here, I do use, I have like Schaller strap locks, and I use the Mono Betty strap. This is the short one. I just like it because for 3-hour gigs that I play, like it's just super, super comfy. And I don't get fatigue or pain in my shoulder when I'm using this strap, so. Let's see. So my next guitar, let me get it real quick. This one's a very close second to the Hughes, but this is my Tom Anderson Raven Classic. I've had this for about 5 years. It's one of the finest instruments I've ever played. It's a great company. I think they make some of the best necks in the business. This was spec'd out with, so this is kind of like an offset, Fender offset body. It's alder body with a caramel maple neck, rosewood fingerboard, stainless steel frets. It's got kind of a Jazzmaster style tremolo on it. These switches split the pickups. This is a kind of a vintage voiced humbucker in the bridge and a noiseless P90, humbucker size P90 in the neck. Excuse me. And then it's got this cool little 5 decibel boost on it as well, which I don't use a whole lot, but locking tuners on the back. I mean, this thing is just awesome. They actually featured it on their Guitar Tales that they do like a monthly feature guitar, so I was kind of honored by that, but I cannot speak highly enough of this company. They're great people to deal with, and they just build, their instruments are just pure perfection, so big fan of Tom Anderson. My next one, so you guys are about to find out that I'm a huge Telecaster fan. So this is my my Nash T52. They're kind of a boutique builder out of, I think they're out of Washington State. I waited about a year to get this thing because of the way I spec'd it, but it's just like a kind of a 1952 Blackguard style Tele spec, but I got a P90 in the neck on this one. These are Lawler pickups. They're fantastic pickups. And then this is the only guitar I have that's relict, but I'll kind of piggyback on what Daniel says, but it's kind of nice to have something that's got a couple dings in it, because then you just don't, you don't worry as much about if you get a ding in it. So I went with like a real light relic on this. I didn't do anything super heavy. It's nitro finish, maple neck. And then I love the way that they kind of sand the back of these necks here. It's really, really comfortable to play. So this is a great guitar. Let's see what's next. All right, so this is my this is a 2020 Gibson Les Paul Special. Just kind of spec'd very accurate to like vintage specs. Wraparound tailpiece here. Nitro finish, TV yellow. It's got a big chunky 50 style neck. I'm probably going to get rid of this thing. I just don't play it a lot. It's a cool guitar, but I'm not a huge fan, especially in a live setting. These pickups are pretty noisy, like they were back in the 50s. I just don't play it enough, so I will probably be getting rid of this thing soon, but it's a cool guitar. Let's see what's next. I love this one. This is my Eastman Romeo. Like Daniel said, man, Eastman makes really, really good instruments, although they are a little inconsistent, so you got to find a good one, but when you find a good one, it's totally worth it. This has like it's kind of a mostly hollow. It's got a one little block under the tailpiece here just for stability, but otherwise it's hollow. It's got a solid spruce top, mahogany back and sides, mahogany neck, ebony fingerboard, all Goto hardware, and Lawler Imperial pickups, which are phenomenal PAF style pickups. So I like this one. I usually run like thicker strings on this for like jazzier stuff, so I've got 11s on here. Yeah, this is a really, really cool guitar. Let's see. This is my acoustic. This is a Breedlove Oregon concert. So it's, I think, a Sitka spruce top with myrtle wood back and sides, which is like a sustainable wood from, they actually grow in Oregon. Maple fingerboard. It's got I think an LR Baggs pickup in it. It's a pretty nice guitar. I like it a lot. Although I think the neck might be a little too wide for me, so I'm actually looking to trade this thing. I was looking at like a Larrivee OM40 that a local shop has that I might try to trade this thing for, but it sounds great. It's a nice guitar. I do like this kind of concert size. Big dreadnoughts. I have a big dreadnought. I don't play that much. This is just a little more comfortable for me. I'm a smaller size frame anyway. All right. So onto my Fenders. I've got a lot of Fenders. This is a jazz bass that I bought off of Craigslist a couple years back. It's like a 1990s Mexican jazz bass, but it was owned by a guy who toured with, was the bass player for Postmodern Jukebox. So it's set up really nicely. He upgraded the electronics in it. This is what I just use in the studio to record bass parts. It's a great bass. I really like it. So, and I got a steal on it. I mean, I think it was like $300 or something like that. But yeah, this thing's awesome. All right, next. This is another guitar that sadly I might part ways with. This is my 1983 Fender Standard Stratocaster. I bought this as a birth year guitar because I wanted, a guitar from the year that I was born. This one is all original. It comes with the case, still has the hang tags. It was a pretty cool find, but unfortunately I just don't really play it a whole lot. So I was looking, I will probably offload this thing at some point. But it came in, this is the Sienna Burst, which was kind of, I feel like, a defining color for that era of Fender guitars. But it sounds pretty cool, but again, it's just not, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Like I said, I just don't play it a whole lot. So what I do play is this next Tele, which I will show you. So this is my American Professional 2 Tele in shell pink. This was like a Chicago Music Exchange exclusive color. I'm a huge fan of pink. I love the color shell pink. I gig with this guitar a lot. It's awesome. Just alder body, rosewood fingerboard. This actually isn't the original neck. This guitar actually had a pretty bad QC issue when I got it, so I had to warranty a new neck with Fender, but the one that they replaced it with is pretty awesome. But yeah, the reason I don't play that 83 Tele is because this one is just so much better. Sounds better. Like I said, I gig with this guitar a lot, so I love it. Got one more Tele for you. Alright, and this one is like a 2019 American Performer Tele with a Tim Shaw. It's got a Tim Shaw humbucker in the neck. This thing's great. I think these are like bang for your buck, one of the best guitars that Fender makes. You can coil split the neck if you want, and actually for a coil split humbucker, it actually doesn't sound that bad. Excuse me. The only thing I don't like about this guitar is that the bridge pickup, while it sounds awesome, is really, really hot. So there's a huge volume kind of boost when you kick into the bridge pickup. But the neck is super comfy. On the used market, you can get these things, I think, for less than $1,000. So yeah, and it's got a really cool satin surf green or seafoam green finish. So you probably hear my dogs upstairs. And I got one more electric for you. Everybody's got to have a Strat in their collection, right? So this is my this is a 2016 or 2017 American Professional Strat, just in kind of the Jimi Hendrix spec. This thing is awesome. I did switch out the bridge pickup for a Seymour Duncan Hot Rails just to give like a more of a full sound. I will say I actually hate this pickup. I think it sounds muddy and pretty crappy. So it sounds fine with overdrive, but if you try to play anything clean with one of these, I'm just not a fan of it. So I'm probably actually going to get the stock pickup swap back in. I think just getting a super Strat with a real humbucker in the bridge is probably a better option. But this is a cool guitar, man. It plays great. I got a great deal on it. So now we'll go to, I'll just show you my amps real quick. Well, you can kind of see it right here. So this guy up here, this one is a Fender Stage 112. So that was actually an amp I've had for probably 25 or 30 years. Is what I had in high school. It's a 160 watt solid state amp. I feel really bad for my parents because that thing is loud. And they had to listen to that all through high school growing up. The one on the floor here is a Fender Blues Junior Tweed. It's a pretty good amp. It's just a Blues Junior. This one is my main amp right here. This is a Port City Pearl. These are also made in Asheville, North Carolina. This is a it's a pretty clean amp. It's 50 watts. It's got a ton of headroom. My band plays a lot of funk, so I need something that's very clean when I want it to be. So this amp is perfect, and again, it's a great pedal platform. So it's a real reliable amp, and this is a 112 cabinet here, and he has this cool proprietary technology with this cabinet, or the way that it's designed. The way these things project sound is just incredible. I've never quite heard another amp like it. So I've actually got another amp on order with him right now, called the Merino, which is sort of a tweed style, which does break up. But yeah, this is what I use with my band. So lastly, I'll go into my pedal board for you. So this is my gigging board, and this board has been pretty. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. So this board I've kept pretty much the same for about the last year, but I'll just kind of run through with you. I'm going to try to do this in camera. So my signal chain starts with this Boss Wazacraft chromatic tuner. The Wazacraft one has a buffer in it, which is kind of what sets it apart from the regular Boss tuner. Well, it has a special buffer in it. I really like this thing, so it works great. This is just a run-of-the-mill Jim Dunlop Crybaby, just stock. This is a cool pedal here. This is my Fender Benz. It's a compressor, an optical compressor. You don't see a lot of these on too many boards. It's kind of funny because I got that pedal through, I had some reward points through work, and you could redeem them for guitar pedals, and I needed a compressor for a gigging board, so that's how I got this guy, and I actually really love it. It's great. Right here is my MXR Script Phase 90. The reason I use the Script is that it doesn't have a volume boost in it like the Block Script does, or the Blockletter Phase 90. So for a lot of the clean funk stuff I play, I didn't like it with the old the Blockletter Phase 90. When you click that thing on and it gives you like a volume boost. So this kind of keeps my my volume kind of just nice and level. This is my my Boss Blues Driver Wazacraft. It's probably my favorite pedal on my board. It's I kind of keep it at just edge of breakup settings, but it's an awesome, awesome pedal. I use the custom setting on it too because it gives it a little bit more of a mid boost, which I like. This is a new pedal on my board here. This is my Prince of Tone that I use for a boost and for soloing. So, and then let's see, we're gonna go up to the top here. Boss Wazacraft CE2. I kind of have it on the David Gilmour setting. Love that pedal. It's great for like the Prince stuff that I play. This is a Port City Salem Boost. It's not like it's more of just a kind of a volume boost. It doesn't cause the amp to like break up or anything, but it adds just some nice fullness to the sound. I usually have this pedal always on. MXR Carbon Copy. I use this for slapback delay. You can kind of see my settings on it there. And then this is my Strymon Flint. These pedals kind of sell themselves. Except for like super, super clean, funky stuff, I almost always have the reverb on this. And the tremolo on it is fantastic. And then this is kind of my secret sauce pedal here that I use for lead tones. The Dispatch Master from Earthquaker Devices. It's a reverb delay in one, but it's kind of nice because it's like one click and you get those really nice kind of epic lead tones. So, and then just a MXR ISO brick for my power supply, and it's all hooked onto a Pedal Train Classic 1 pedal board. So, yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed my little studio tour. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment. This community is pretty awesome, so I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys a little better, and hope the rest of you guys will start posting your gear too. So, thanks everyone. Hope you're well.